Could you tell us more about this album? What is it about, and how did you come up with the title of this album, as well as the cover? I see the cover. You took the picture from the Sherlock Bolton. I think it's in Norway.
Norway, right?
I was once there because I took my doctoral study there. So, would you tell us more about this album, the making of this album, as well as the cover of this album?
Sure. Well, for one thing, Dream Theater has a wonderful facility in New York where we all converge upon and we all do our work. And it's really great because we can be there. It's our place. We can focus. And when Dream Theater is working, we are very, very intense. We're all very hard workers. So we're going for it. We're just doing it. So we're in the studio every day, just, writing music and just bouncing ideas off of each other. And it usually it feels like it happens like in a crazy spin of energy because there's so many ideas. We come in, it's not a band that's like, oh, we can't think of anything. It's like we think of a lot of things, and then it's just a question of organizing and making sense of all the ideas. So, at some point in the process, then it's time to start thinking about the words for the songs, because usually we write the music first. Maybe there's some loose ideas for context and lyrics. But at some point, like John Petrucci will escape to the upstairs environment with his pen and paper and his books. He's a very serious student when it comes to writing words. So he's researching topics, and and James, who wrote some of the words, is similar. He gets deep into his space. So we kind of switch gears, and everybody who's writing words goes into that mode. And at the same time, I remember I was in the studio doing my keyboard track. So I was downstairs in our facility, and I was working with Jimmy T, our amazing engineer. We're doing that. And John Petrucci was mostly upstairs, but occasionally he'd come down. He'd say, I got an idea. And he'd want to hear what I was doing because he's the producer of the album. He'd hear it. He'd go, I got to go back. And so one day he came downstairs and he said, okay, I got this idea, like a view from the top of the world. And so he was writing that song, and I remember him just
it was him who coined the title of the album.
He totally put that out there. Yeah And we all loved it. We all thought that was really, really great. So and the concept was the whole thing about people doing amazing, like human beings doing just amazing things that are just so for most people just so over the top, so that song is really about the great spirit of adventure and like people who jump out of helicopters with skis on to go down mountains.
Terima kasih sudah nonton. Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan share ya.